Seopedi sa gone ko America ka kwa Nina Simone o opetse are it's a new dawn, it's a new day and I am feeling good. O goody. Ehe, are leleke letsatsi le motho wa me. Tla ke tsena ko ke go dumedise dumela Botswana ra go amogela mo thulaganyong e ratiwang ke le hatse ka bophara ya Dumela Botswana breakfast show. Tla ke go gakolle gore mo letsatsing la gompieno this is what your temperatures will be looking like across the country. Gaborone 7 degrees Celsius with highs of 23 degrees Celsius. Francistown lona gona haleleng teng go santse go le 8 degrees Celsius and you will experience highs of 20 degrees Celsius, while in Maung go bothitho nyana you are experiencing 13 degrees Celsius and you will experience highs of 24 degrees Celsius. Hello and welcome to it. A good morning to you. Thank you so much for waking up with us today. And it is my pleasure to say Dumela Modimo o le bone letsatsi la gompieno. The date today is the 25th of June 2024. It is 6:01, which means it is time for Dumela Botswana breakfast show. We are here with you every single morning 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. and as is per the usual, it is myself Leboa LB Moreng, and I'm usually joined by somebody really beautiful or really handsome, and today my answer is really beautiful. Her name is Naledi Lala Tsapo. Good morning, Lala.
Hi LB,
how are you doing, my girl?
When you said it's a new dawn, I had to stop myself
from singing.
I'm one of those people whenever you're saying, so I was like, hold yourself. That's how you wake up a beautiful home. Now I can surprise you. But I'm going to take this moment now to make the the breakfast show, proudly sponsored by Botswana Post on this beautiful Tuesday morning. Especially on the side of business, because we call it our Business Tuesdays. Unfortunately, we don't have our ties on.
Professionally.
I'd actually love that.
I would absolutely love that. There's so much coming up on the show this morning. It is always jam-packed, Modumela Botswana, and today is no different. What Business Tuesday, it's a pedi. It might be a business themselves. They might be talking about the products and services they have. And then at 7 a.m. today, we are defining gig economy. I have a gig. And how does it impact the economy? That is our conversation this morning. We will be sitting here with a human resource consultant, and he's going to open it up for us and help us understand. And that's what we have for you in the second conversation for the morning. Who are we talking to?
When you say that, why am I thinking of so I think I'm gonna love that conversation. What is a gig and
exactly
why is it important for our economy? On our side, we have our friends from FNB Botswana. Hey, Mahukwa, these letters, you probably know them, they probably bothered you, but you need to find ways that are reliable, convenient for you to update your KYC. But as we update our KYC, it's easy, it's fast, it's reliable. So yeah, Sylvia will be here from FNB. I can't wait to have a conversation with her in the first hour.
And of course, as is per the usual, across the country, what should you expect? And Karabo Bosena standing by with the sports news. So much drama in the world of sports, so much drama in Euro 2024. The team the knockout stages, and who is looking like they are standing a good chance to make it out of groups D, E, F, G. Anyway, for now though, we want to start the morning sentle. Re go ra re tshidile mmele re sa le re dumalane nna le wena gore December re tla be re le banyana ka di apps. Re tla be re eme sentle re le at the beach. Hela go te prr ke rona bao ka di muscle and what. Ya no re to thusa kganyeo ke Daniel. He is standing by with our fitness this morning. Let's enjoy getting fit.
Panel sessions focus on any age group from bana ba banyenyane to baholo. So the main focus is to twist in a certain way in order learn you won't feel out of place. So we're very beginner friendly. So how can I say anything about fitness? We teach you or so today we're going to do your core mba leone is strong. Mba, take it as your tree trunk. If your tree trunk is weak, the whole tree is going to fall. So your legs and your core go well together. The main thing is Dijo is something people neglect because Dijo and not saying harasona hoja certain types of foods, but everything needs to be done in moderation. Alcohol needs to be drank in moderation. Let's focus on our health and better our health. So everything with balance is good. Then there is the cardio, cardio yone pelo ke muscle. So pelo ale muscle yana leone ka go sediliwa tsontse gore e nne exercise le gore ya go ithusa gore e kgone go pumpa madi across your body. So pelo is very important for your whole body because I would say it's the motherboard of your whole entire body. If the heart stops, everything stops.
ke tsa sebaka se ke go dibedise be ke go amogela ke bidira karabo Miskebo sena taba ke go tshwaretse jalo dikgang tsa metshameko mo tsotsing la bobedi ga re ga tsele gore ta lebella jalo ba le khotela Botswana Tennis Association ba le gore taro go simoleng jalo ka tsatsile la bothano e be re bona jalo Botswana Open le gore ya simolo ga re lebelle jalo table tennis ya ka stopper sa BDF ba le ba tshware jalo tournament ya bone me re lebelle badminton ba le gore they have been moved from tier 4 to tier 2 re lebelle jalo the Jordan Challenge ka ha tsa meleng ka stopper sa the Zebras ba tseba mela mo tsela mabane go le ba jalo ka kwa Port Elizabeth ko le gore gone ko ba ile go tsanela metshameko ne ele ya Khosafa mme le gale a re simolle ka go lebella tse le gore di a diragala ko le khotel la Botswana Tennis Association ta re simolle ko le khotel la Botswana Table Tennis Association o ka itsela gore even though we are not particularly talking about BTTA as an association ne re bana jalo bangwe ba bana ba bone ke bua jalo ka stapasa BDF table tennis ba swere jalo the BDF table tennis tournament open o ka itsela gore tournament e re bone jalo the usual suspects o le bala ka kwele thakore la bo metshepiso re ba tenne ile ena I fence takore la bo rene fengwa jalo ke ba ka maluka ha mo lebella jalo tshepiso LB re na le 6 months hela re le mongwageng wa 2024 she has already won 5 competitions including the league.
Tshepiso Rebatene's experience is actually ridiculous. You know, she's dominated as the national #1 for the last 10 years or so. Ilela bizo butala wa retire no wa togela wa coaching. Tshepiso a dominate bo o le rato ra magapu ba ete bare ba itshwarela ba leka jaka no bona ene wa ga ema le latisitswe who came in second place ona arwa le ka lene ka ha go re lina la #2 ke lone le na le change hela #1 ina le Tshepiso Rebatene. And I don't think we're going to see anybody unseating her. I think it's going to be one of those things where Muta retiring replace her because she has absolutely been dominant. Her experience, even at Africa level, hela go to top 80, top 16 in the on the African continent. Wa qualify. Ha go the regional tournament, especially ha re libile ka ko Southern Africa ka kwano go iwa South Africa. Ke ena ile go re khona go tsenya loto nyana khona go tswa ka sengwe. Ke ipotsa ra ba sa di ba ha ba lapiswe
I mean ukila bua re tota o bata gore ba mo he competition ene o bata go retire ke ne ke mora mo tsila mabane had the chance to host mo tsila mabane ke mara ke nya tse tsa retirement o santse le khakaletse but the good thing about tournament ya BDF go gore re bone jalo the under 15s le bone le gore they are taking part and under 15 le gona ha o ka ela thoko ga go to one hela ga te re neilwe le koro le bala go go batsetsana gona jalo le masa motlhabane e o libile jalo gore re to ga re tshegetse jalo the WTF championship ya bana. It's a good thing to see kids also being included in tournaments like this.
100%, and we've been so fortunate in that renale bana ba ileng gore ba consistent ba nna mo sportsing. You know, you don't want to see new names every single week, which is why it's good gore bona gore nyamme bo masa motlhabane ba santse ba le teng ibile ba betsa go twala buitla monkele. We are wishing them all the best, especially in preparation for that tournament. This is the kind of competition that they need. It makes a difference in helping them prepare.
1,000 pula, but anyway, let's hear from them. Yakabi TV Sport in Elokhanako SSKB BDF the open tournament.
Power tata mo forehand so di bolo tsene ke di se ko forehand next tsenye power ha o mutima power ha khona go counter and rotary sa ba di short so ha o mutimile gore a counter your top spins o hetsa kae.
I'm very happy with myself. I'm proud of myself. Like from the previous tournament, I was also a finalist, and I'm very happy that I was able to be consistent with this tournament. And for both tournaments, I was not defending. I made sure that I attack all the time.
Tournament e gore ne le dingalo gompieno ke re mongwe le mongwe obvious go batla go ina tournament anong nna ke tshwantse go simolola ko train le nna ke train thata obvious batho le bona ba go train thata overall performance a tournament e gore gompieno ngare no go le digalo le nna ngare ne ke leka hale hafa ka ne le dingalo gore ne ke tshameka le batho ba bana le experience thata ano le nna ne ke tshwantse go irisa skills ke na le sone
e mothago nna ga mo tshaba ba marela mme gore hanga trainer lene ba gona nna skins ke ska trainer lene thata tsere nna re khomayala 2 minutes nyana mare ke feel gore hanga gain confidence mo bo kending yami nka ntshameka botoka le mo go
You can just go and say, Namtakota Takamutaba Bakang, I mean, in the semi-finals, he was beaten Tobomatlasi.
Yeah, Kana Tobomatlasi, Lene, the runner-up. And he is significantly younger than both of them.
Very young.
I think his dominance and his story is so interesting, and it needs to be one of those stories that really celebrate them, because congratulations to everybody who competed at this weekend's event, and a good job by Botswana Table Tennis Association. Not that I
like the way
they
support that club. That club, you know, they'll be there, you know, relaying that information to everyone as an association. So big ups to Botswana Table Tennis Association. That's the only way you can grow the beautiful sport. Me har to jalo mo go ba table tennis at lebele jalo ka go Botswana Badminton Association. Go bo itumelo go neka ko ya ka o itselo gore e dinara ha go sena go seka sikiwa tsa ka bo ya madi gore di sporting codes re banela ka tselentsenyang bone ba badminton, they have been moved from tier 4 to tier 2.
Very nice. That is a very big leap. That means letseno le leng gore la lehiwa ko BNC le ha godimonyana. Not to mention kana they've been on this rebuilding. That means governance abone improvile. That means the tournament tse ba di tshwarang, or the number of tournaments that they're hosting go improvile. Development ya bone ke bone maloba go ne go tsile coach ba tswa jalo gate Fakuda ona tswa jalo ko Jika Japan. Hey Japan ba rata Botswana wena.
Yeah, very bunya ba thusa ba tsamela.
The International Cooperation Agency ba tsile jalo ba tsile go dira training session ba tsile go baka go thusa di coach ba tsile go thusa jalo le bone batshamiki. And you can see that Botswana Badminton, with this new regime ya leadership, they are working very, very hard to do something. Donate the equipment to donation. They are doing their best.
They are doing their best. Okay, tell her the tired mayana. Hello, go tier 1. What a lot of one outside my diamanti. Ever got tier 2. Let the lavata my diamanti tier 3. Hello, go tier 4. Kibalo Ronara, but really hella mili bankanye. Livono got lista. She leaders when yan. Minala Ruta Jalo Moho and Evala Botswana Badminton Association.
In a period of 1 year, we just moved from tier 4 to tier 2, and that's a great deal for us. Financially, it's good because we get more money compared to the previous time. That means we're going to be able to do more activities, go patch up wherever we were lacking behind from the previous year. We are already working on grassroots development. We were just in Maung, we were just in Tonota this past 2 weeks. So it's one of the things that we need to continue doing, and we're just going to make sure that we promote athletes to reach a level, you know, to compete internationally. That is a big deal for the BNSC, you know, even for the Olympic, or should I say BNOC. It's a big deal for them, so that to have athletes competing at the Olympics or any international tournament.
The Public Relations Officer ka go lekgotela Botswana Badminton Association ne ke tlhalosa jalo gore go setse jalo malatsi a le mane pele re bona jalo ba lekgotela Botswana Tennis Association ba tshegetsa jalo Botswana Open kana ba ibitsela ba ke Clash of Aces me go jalo ka ha ile gore the final preparations di tsamaya ka tenta ke tsa sebaka se ke di ba se ka mogela jalo moetele dipelo wa lekgotela Botswana Tennis Association ke ba jalo ka re wa ititipe re tipe
Dumela Miss K le LB.
Right, so are tsene hela ka tsamelo bo go tsone re be jalo mo dinakong ka ha ile gore le ipankantse ka tenya ka Clash of Aces se tse ka malatsi a le mane hela e be ile gore ga diragala mo ga borone
Emma jaka o bua a ipakanyo gore tsama hela sentle ka gore re prepare for Botswana Open. We're expecting a lot of players from around the region go tla go tshameka these championships. With these championships, they'll be followed by the Davis Cup, the 17 to the 20th July. So a lot of people are very enthusiastic about these championships.
Re bone ba re dirole ka hetse ba he ba tshamiki ba eleng gore Motswana a ka ba solohela jalo gore go simolola hela ka tsitselela bothano ba ba bona on the court.
Emma, a number of years have been training, getting ready for these championships. Rena le Botsulu Tiang, we long hore place college kwa America le Batsumi Marobela. We have the likes of Bob Mark, re le bo Kelebogile monna yo bo Chelsea Tanganyika ba ile gore bana ba ntse ba presentile Botswana ko Kenya, and they played very well. Ba ntse ba ipaakanyetsa these championships. And then hona le Denzel Fetso le no ile gore ntse tshameka the pro tournaments for Durban. So we're hoping that by the end of the week we'll be able to get him go tshameka these championships.
Right. Of our rivals re ka se lohela batshamiki go tsweng kwa mahatsheng a harolaganeng gore ba goroge ka tseleng ba gorogeleng tota le gone gore you know those ba leng gore they came forth to help you guys gore le tshegetse motshameko ke ba hele gone gore a dipati di tsetswe le gore LB una le sengwanyane o santsa ba ta go le thusa rra
ga re dipati for these competitions gore re khona ra tse batshamiki ba rona. We still welcome a lot of sponsors who on board. Companies such as Bo Design Surgery, they've been helping us prepare for these tournaments. The minimum our expectation our press release here, the prize money, at least winner at least 10,000 pula for the competition. So all the companies that want to come on board join us to host this competition successfully. The players were expecting them both Thursday. Baba ngo ba ile gore ba tswa go Zambia ba se ba gorogile ba simolla go ipakanyetsa tournament yo santse go le hona le nako.
Yeah. Officials re tipere na re la tshela Botswana re tsama ha ka re ka solohela go bana ba rona mo gae gore a bo ba le kae mo ba bata bo ba tsamaisa yone the Botswana Open.
Emma re tla borena le number of officials ba ile gore ba tla bo ba tsamaisa yone tournament tota ya ka o itse kana these officials ke bona ba ile gore go tswa fo ba tlo ba ya go officiate ko the Davis Cup. So we're expecting a quite number of officials to be running this event. We're going to be using two venues, Gaborone Club, Botswana National Tennis Center. So we're expecting quite a number of officials to be officiating at both facilities.
Right, so
le ga re kgaogana re gakolle gone gore ga re simolla leng kana komang re tla bo re tshamekela kae e bile ha ile gore ke o tshwana le LB ba ta go lebelela go tsenwa bukae just so that re ngoka tsone di spectator.
Metshameko ya rona ya Botswana Open Championships ya go simolla ka Saturday. How we this coming Saturday is a long weekend. Saturday the 28th of June go fella ka Monday the 1st of July. Tla be tshamekela at the National Tennis Center go ile gore go tsena mahala just opposite the stadium, and then we'll also use another venue e le gore ke Gaborone Club e le gore e ka ko village ka kwa. So re solofela gore re bone dipalo tse dintsi tse le gore mo di finaleng tsa last year re bone dipalo tse dintsi tsa Batswana ba tla go lebella metshameko e le gore ene le gore it was entertaining.
Right, so re tipeke le bona le wena nkgonne re tana ntse re bua go ba Batswana mo dinakong ka the Botswana Open thola sente
emma ke a leboga.
Right, ene ke buisana jalo pelo ya lekgotla la Botswana Tennis Association ke bajela ka re wa itse tipe. You didn't know that Monday is a holiday?
I didn't know.
It's a day.
One.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna rest. Anyway, ha re tsa jalo ma go tsenetsa tsa lekgotla la Botswana Tennis Association le bele jalo ka ko jwaneng go eleng gore bana ba tshwere jalo the jwaneng challenge ke bua jalo ka bone ba motorsport o ka tsela re ne re bona jalo Khalil ga mo go jalo le Ahmed ele bana ba ileng gore nna ba fenye ba the inaugural car racing event ne tshwaretse jalo gone ka kojane o ka tsela gore they completed 300 kilometers in 3 hours 22 minutes. Imagine 300 kilometers. Me re bone jalo ba bangwe ba ileng gore re ba twetse ha bua ka motorsport Mama Lucas bane ba ntse ba le gone ka ko le bone ba ira bonte je bo senkana ka sepe BTV Sport ene ele ka ko the Jwaneng Challenge.
We raced today the Jwaneng 300, very nice route, very high speed, a lot of technical areas and stuff like that. After the time trial we fell a little bit back due to a little bit of technical difficulty with the car, but during the course of the day we managed to fight our way back up to first place. We've had a lot of late nights, a lot of time, a lot of preparation, a lot of teamwork. We've got an excellent team that we put this vehicle together and do a lot of testing and upgrades and stuff like that. So that's what we've been doing.
We decided to do the Botswana race this year, and it was quite an experience that we had, but the track was amazing, but we enjoyed it. Our car rolled, my first time being but it was just the tire pressure and obviously the sand being different, so we lost control and the car rolled twice.
At least you came out safe. That's what is very important.
Ha smile hela ra DUMELA wena.
Yeah, la khona gore bolela re go iragetseng. We are happy and we're hoping to see them next year. Milagale a re tsebe go tsenetsa re lebella jalo tsa kgole ya dina ya ka sapa sa the Zebras le tsebe ya metse mo tsila mabane go le ba jalo ka kwa Port Elizabeth go le gore gona ka kwa ba ile go tsenela metshameko ele ya COSAFA ka tsela sapa sa the Zebras jalo mo tsitsing la ka moso ha re taba re kopana jalo le la hatsela Eswatini motshameko o tshamekang jalo ka 3 o'clock e tare ka di 29 kana on Saturday e be re bana sta paseo sa the Zebras ba bo ba tsameka motshameko bona wa bobedi of the group stages ha taba re kopana le la hatsela South Africa motshameko bo hela re ta tshameka jalo ka tsitsila la bobedi ke bua ka motshameko bo hela the group stages ha taba re kopana jalo le la hatsela Mozambique so re mo group A re na le la hatsela Mozambique South Africa ga mo go jalo le Eswatini Mr Paseo se leng gore ga re ga batshameki ba le gore ba teng gona jalo bo Kenneth Moko tswa go swa Flamingos karamelo Kgosipula ka go Matebele gona le botebo go kopelanta ka go systems Thaboni go ba butsi ka go Township Plus ba bonno Sepako go tlhalisa njele gore he has moved from UB Hawks mitse gore ta di bona gona le batshameki ba tswana Botawana ba kile bo wa rabile sekwai ke bana batshameki ba ile gore ba emeletse go le ba jalo ka go PE le stopper sa the Zebras a rute jalo mo go bone ya ka re letse re ba tsamaisa sente go tsenela metshameko ele ya COSAFA.
The objective re ipetseng ke gore re helle go finally, and obviously for us to do that we need to collect points from the 3 games we're going to be playing in our groups If you look at the teams, Eswatini for example, they are bringing a different team from the one that will play the qualifiers. We try to gather as much info as we can around them. We understand how they play, even though we expect a different crop of players. South Africa, again the same thing. It's a different team. The assistant coach is the one that has been working with the head coach, who's going to be coaching the team for COSAFA. Mozambique, we have played them in the qualifiers. We've got a pretty bad idea of what to expect from the 3 teams.
Good luck, Zebi. Go simole mo tsela ka moso go tabana jalo Stapaso sa the Zebras we'll be giving you that game live, all the 3 games sa Stapaso the Zebras. Le ha ile gore tabare hitala ko pele re ntse tabane re go neela as long as Zebras no you are sorted with us. What are you expecting from them?
I think for me, because this team A is much younger than what we're used to. They don't have as much experience. I'm not sure what to expect. I'm not sure if they're going to hit the ground running or if it's going to take time. The combination di kopane nyana. Me ke ra gore bo coach Nthaga ga mmogo le bo coach Darosa.
Yeah, he's joining the team today from France. He went home, yeah.
Ke tsa gore we expect them to build a winning formula. Ha re ba to bona sepe gape.
Right. Re ntse re ma go tsana tsa kgole ya dino ka tsela re ngwago ke ngwago ile gore ba le khotela Botswana Football Association ba ya jalo ko dithopong tsa bone re ne ra bitswa morago nyana hale ga ga kologela ba tile gore bolella jalo ka the the committee ta be tsamaisa dithopo bo vetting and everything me re letse re bona mo tsela mabane former president wa le khotela Botswana Football Association ke ba jalo ka rete bo go sebego o leng gore o ne a thalositse gore wa go ema a ntsha jalo mokwalo leng gore ka decision not to contest the BFA 2024 presidential elections. Yo mabaka tenga mantsi gore ke nga sa contest o bua jalo ka the current regime do tse leng gore ba di dira a thalosa jalo o itse gore keng tshotso e tsereng hela ele mmara ya ka re mmitsa makgoleng ya dinao o thalositse hela gore ga na go ema mme o na thalosa jalo gore on the basis of these factors it is impossible for a credible election to take place, and to that I have resolved not to validate the process with my participation. Ele tsone jalo tse le gore di dira gala re ta re ntse re le ba modina go gore gone mme ke bo mamba ile gore ba tabo ba emetse jalo le dithopho tsone tse o tsa le khotela Botswana Football Association re ntse ya dina re tabogela jalo ka kwa Germany ko eleng gore go tsweletse jalo metshameko ya Euro. We know football is a very cruel sport. Very cruel. Maabane hela ne re lebile motshameko wa setlhopha sa Italy ya ka ne ba kopane le Croatia. Mo motshameko they were leading 1-0. The defending champions are going home, but no. Sa Italy last minute goal. Lemba celebrate sa Italy by the knockout stage. As for Croatia, le group B Spain Albania points. Italy 4 points. Croatia Albania. Emine eleng gore ya tshamekiwa re bana jalo le hatse la France ba kopana jalo le Poland mo jalo le Netherlands e tsa jalo le hatse la Austria motshameko tshamekiwa jalo ka 6 o'clock me tare ka 9 o'clock be re bona Denmark e kopana le Serbia ha England e kopana le hatse la Slovenia yana motshameko ya Euro 2024 eleng gore ya tshamekiwa mo tsela gompieko a re kgaogane re santse re utwana re tla kopana khante jana metsetselo semele bothano mora gana ka bosupa ka ke busa le batshameki ba babedi ba mono gae ba le gore ba tshameka kwa nte ke bua jalo ka gape mohutsiwa a senosi ana jalo le thata ya one ditlhokwa ha re tsoka ga re go lekolela seemo sa ntha sa pharakano.
Mokolodi was established in 1993 on a 4,000 hectare farm that was previously used as a communal grazing land. And after that, we fenced off the area and introduced wildlife in here. We have various species of animals. I can list a few. We have zebras, giraffe, obviously rhino, a couple of antelope like impala, gemsbok, hartebeest, and yeah, that's basically just to mention a few of them. So here in Mokolodi Nature Reserve, we started our rhino breeding program in 1994. We started with 6 rhino that we acquired from KwaZulu-Natal in South Africa. So over the years, our rhino breeding program has been successful. We got 4 females and 2 males, and over the years, our breeding program has contributed successfully towards the repopulation of rhino species in Botswana. At some point, rhino were extinct in Botswana, so through the years, we have been able to breed 23 rhino on the soil of Mokolodi, and many of the rhino have been relocated to various parts of the country. So the reason that we have white rhino here at Mokolodi is because of the nature of our activities. We run an education center, and we also have cyclists and walking trails. So white rhino have a more tame nature, or they aren't as aggressive as black rhino. So we only have white rhino, we don't have black rhino. The difference between the 2 species is that the white rhino is a grazer and the black rhino is a browser. So also you can tell them apart in the size. The white rhino is the 2nd largest land mammal, that's after the elephant, and the black rhino is slightly smaller. If you look at the way the positions which they hold themselves when they walk, a white rhino generally walks with its head down because it's a grazer, it eats grass. It has a wider mouth, and that's where it gets its name from, whereas the black rhino has a hooked lip because it's a browser, it eats leaves. And also the way they are with the children. Normally the child or the calf of the white rhino runs in front of the mother, whereas for the black rhino it runs behind the mother. So basically those are the main differences. And the other important fact to note is that black rhino are critically endangered, whereas the white rhinos are near threatened. So from the rhinos that we saw earlier, the female is called Tsuku. She's been here in Mokolodi since 1994. She came here when she was 8 years old. And then she was with 2 other calves. One is a sub-adult, that's her grandchild. It's a child of her child. So most of the rhinos that we have here in Mokolodi are from Tsuku. And then the other one, the younger one, was her new calf, which is about 1.5 years old. On an annual basis, we obviously try to determine the carrying capacity of our game reserve. That helps us to determine the number of species that we can keep and what species we can keep. Sometimes as a farmer, you'll see that you have a lot of grass in the area and you think, oh no, everything is great. But that might not be the case, because you might have some unpalatable grass with very minimal nutritional value. That's why it's always important to carry out vegetation assessment in order to see the types of species of grass that you have and determine whether they are of good nutritional value. And that can also tell you the type of animals and the numbers that you can stock within your game reserve.
DUMELA Botswana, the breakfast show, proudly sponsored by Botswana Post. And as expected, we have asked our friends from FNB to join us as we talk about the big 3 letters KYC. Now, we saw that on the 7th of October 2022, FNB relaunched and said, you know what, we are making things more convenient for you. We want to involve you as a client to make sure that things are easy by bringing in apps such as the cell phone banking app, FNB Botswana banking app, and also the online banking. Or you know what, let's make everything convenient for you because we care about you as the client. Now, joining me to talk about the KYC is Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia.
Good morning.
You're looking bright and early and, you know, blessed this morning.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so happy I made it here in time.
All right, now there's so much when we talk about KYC, a lot of people see this word and hey, you know, we have to take this and that, we have to go stressful. All right, let's break down what is KYC for people that have never heard these letters before. Especially how it's bank FNB Botswana. I have my KYC and it's ready and it's updated.
Great. So the first thing I want to say is I'm actively trying to dispel that myth that KYC is stressful. That's the first thing you said, right?
Yes.
Is that KYC is stressful? I'm actively trying to dispel that myth. I think from First National Bank, we've been on a journey to try and educate and drive awareness around the importance of KYC and what it is. And you make a good point. A lot of people have that perception. But I think what's important to know is that KYC is a regulatory requirement.
Yeah.
It's mandatory across the board from a domestic as well as from an international perspective that we know exactly who you are, we understand where you live, we understand where your money is coming from and where your money is going to. And the reason that we do this is to combat financial crime, to combat illicit financing, and to combat terrorism, basically. So it's important across all the financial institutions that we promote the security and the soundness of our money and our financial institution as its core. So exactly what it is KYC is that. And it's mandatory across, like I said, and I'm actively trying to make sure
we must learn what
yes.
10 hours. Sorry, I'm going to update my KYC. This is like something where I'm so glad you're here fighting this.
Thank you.
Because now we get to understand why there is KYC. But like, there's a lot that you're saying in this KYC thing. And I want to know, how do you guys look out for your customers when it comes to KYC and making it simple and convenient for them?
I'm really excited to be here, actually, because the reason that we're here, initially when we came on television, we were talking about how you can now confirm your KYC on our USSD platform. So you can dial *130*321# and then press number 5 and follow the screens to confirm the information we have about you. So it'll show your ID number, your name as we've captured it, where your address is, where you work, and where your information has changed. We'll ask you to please email us on the email address kyc2@fnbbotswana.co.bw with updated information. But why I'm here today, yes, is to talk about the fact that you can now do your KYC on our banking app.
Okay.
And I'm really excited about this because, like you said, I don't want people to have that perception that you have to queue in the bank for hours and hours and hours to submit your information. You can now log on to your banking app, click on my profile, and update your information, to update your personal information, your citizenship, your source of funds. Source of funds is where you get your money from, and it's multiple sources of funds. So obviously my source of funds is my employer. I'm an employee of First National Bank Botswana, but I could have rental income as well. So it allows you to add exactly how much money is flowing into your account and where that money is from. I think for me also what's very, very important is your contact information. So to make sure that the cell phone number we have about you is your current cell phone number. If your email address changes, if my email address was at FNB Botswana, I'd like to change it to my personal email address. Please do that to make sure that we're able to contact you as easily as possible. And I think also what's really nice about this is it's quick and easy. Lala, it's so fast. It's so easy. I want to do it with you as we go through this interview.
I'm actually getting there and I'm thinking this is so exciting because you realize the importance of maybe having a cell phone app on your phone.
Correct.
And you're just like, how did I decline? Okay, this is how I can track my money.
100%.
Did it go out? Did it come in? But obviously for us to have that, you need to know who we are and how our money is flowing. There is somebody at by FNB Lala has spent
exactly. We're protecting your money all the time. So as I said, I wanted us to do it together.
Yeah, I've got my phone out.
Yes, if you don't have the banking app, you can download it from the App Store or the Google Play Store. And our app is 100% zero rated, meaning that as you do this transaction, as you're doing your KYC, it is completely free. So you're going to click on your FNB app. It's going to allow you to log in and click on My Profile. So My Profile is the icon on the bottom right. So you've clicked on My Profile.
Hold on for that.
Yes.
You have your cell phone and you've had the banking app. You don't know how to go through this. This is a simple step-by-step way to update or know what's happening with the KYC.
Yes.
All right. So I want you to bear with me, be with me, and let's do it together. All right.
Fantastic.
Step by step, and then we take it slowly.
Thank you.
All right.
So you've clicked on My Profile. You've gone to a landing page with a lovely lady in blue sunglasses, our FNB colors. And once you click on personal information, you'll see that it asks you to update your address. You start with your ID details, and your ID details are exactly as they appear on your Omang or your passport. It also allows you then, once you've captured that information, to validate that it's genuinely you, Lala.
I can see my ID. There we go.
Perfect. So you've already updated your KYC. That's fantastic. So
with the times.
Yes, if you have updated your KYC, you already see that we have your ID saved there, so you can verify that it's current, it's the one that's currently valid. But you'd have to capture your information as it appears on your identification documentation, and then take a photograph if it's your Omang, the front and the back. If it's your passport, obviously the identity page. It also will allow you to update your cell phone number, your contact information, your address book is where I live. And I want to talk about this a little bit because I always use myself as an example. I used to live in Block 8. I moved in December and I moved to Broadhurst. And it's important that customers know that the minute something changes in your KYC, you're automatically non-compliant across. So
is it?
It would mean
I didn't know that.
You'd have to let your insurer know, you'd have to let FNB Insurance know, you'd have to let FNB, your bank know, you'd have to let all the other key stakeholders know that your information has changed. So it's important that I stress this, that proactively as your information changes, please do let the bank know. So I like that you can do this. Like I said, we're doing it live on television.
Yes, and everything is just written there for me to know what I need to update.
That your audience at home is doing it as they're sitting in front of the television, having their quick morning coffee. They're logging on and updating their KYC. So once you've updated that, it'll also allow you for your address to take a photo of your lease agreement, a title deed, to upload some sort of documentary evidence. I think you're taking the selfie. That's why I prompted.
It's coming back to life.
It will ask you to take a selfie, so to rotate your head, and it'll tell you exactly how to do it. So it's completely user-friendly, Lala. It's super, super quick. You'll also be able to see the vault. The vault is where you're able to see what documents we've saved about you. So the ID, whether or not that ID is current, your lease agreement, proof of address, confirmation of employment, all that information will be saved in the vault as your documentary evidence.
I love the fact that I know which information you have of me, right?
Yes,
if something
100%.
is missing, I can
Or
see
if it's
this
changed.
document.
Yes.
And I can do it. I don't need to talk to you. I can do it by myself. But if I do need help, I can give you a call.
100%. I also want to say that I find the banking app the most user-friendly, but you're also able to make these changes on our online banking.
Okay.
So you can log on same way with your login details and your password on our online banking platform and allow you to update your KYC there as well.
I love the fact that everything is so
simple.
Simple.
That's exactly what we're aiming
and
for,
the thing
simplicity.
is, we live such hectic and busy lives. Or I'm going to the actual bank, and you can just do it from the convenience of your home. You can just do it 2 minutes earlier, only at the office,
100%.
and everything is just available to you like that.
Yes.
Yes, that's
How was your experience, Lala?
I love it. It's actually an easy app, hey?
Very
It's an
much.
easy app. I didn't think it was easy. You know how you can have an app and you're like, I don't really use it?
The full functionality
The full
of it,
functionality of it. But knowing that there's something new to it, like KYC, and just seeing that, I'm happy.
I'm so happy.
I'm
so
very,
happy
very
you enjoyed
happy.
the experience.
You guys are the bank of the changeables.
Always.
All right, we don't have much time left, but okay, let's talk about information on if people want to know more how to use the app. But how can people get in touch with FNB if they're struggling to use the app?
Okay, so I want to say, first of all, that using our USSD dial string is still available. So you can log on to *130321# and also confirm your information there. The banking app is free. Please do download it from the Google Store, the App Store, and download the banking app. As I said, it is 0 rated. So as you update your information and transact, it is completely free. If you have any questions or queries, please do call our contact center. It's 0800 302 302. If you'd like to email some information through to us directly to KYC, please do email it to kyc2@fnbbotswana.co.bw. But I do want to stress that this is really, really easy and fun to use. It's going to stop you having to queue in the bank. Where you do have questions and queries and you are based in Gabs, you also do have a KYC Express Center at Airport Junction. We're open Monday to Sunday. So if you have some time, after you've dropped the kids off at swimming, after you've been to the gym on a Saturday morning and you've got a smoothie, step into the Airport Junction KYC Center, and the team there is happy to answer any questions that are KYC related.
You know what I love? The fact that KYC used to be a Monday to Friday kind of thing that we saw between 8 and 3 when the bank closes.
Not
if you
anymore.
haven't done it,
24 hours, wherever you are,
wherever
you
you
can
are.
do it on your cell phone.
And KYC, one thing people don't realize, let me ask this question. How many times do we have to update our KYC? I think that's we need to stress on that question.
We definitely do. Like I mentioned before, when I used myself as the example, as soon as I moved house, I automatically knew that I had to let my insurance, I didn't know FNB insurance know, I had to let my primary bank know that something has changed in my information. So it's very, very important that your key stakeholders have the most updated information about you. So I really want to stress that as and when your information changes, please do proactively let us know.
Okay.
If you want to email the information to us, please do. If you change employers, if you move house, if you've changed your email address, your contact information, whatever it is, if you get married and your surname's changed, please do let us know. And like I said now, instead of queuing in the bank, you can do it proactively on your cell phone, on the banking app, as well as on online banking. But like I said, if you'd like to email some information through to us, please do. Our email address is kyc2@fnbbotswana.co.bw.
All right, Sylvia, before I let you go, do you have any last words from FNB to Botswana? FNB.
It really is. It really is. The aim with our bank really is to make customers' lives as easy as possible and to emphasize the customer experience. And I think that's what we're trying to do with our banking app, is to make sure that the customer experience is quick and seamless and simple.
Simple?
Yes. As simple as we can possibly make it. We're trying to make sure that our customers are able to proactively, in the comfort of their homes, whenever, wherever, in the comfort of your office, as you're waiting for your coffee at the coffee shop, quickly log onto your app and quickly check that the information we have about you is current.
All right, Sylvia, you guys will be back here as FNB. We'll be together again having more conversations.
Yes, we
Thank
will.
you so much for waking up so early in the morning to change our lives.
Thank you so much, Lala. Have a fantastic day.
I shall.
Thank you.
And you got the information. Update your KYC. It is simple and it is easy just by having the app on your phone. Make sure that you go onto the App Store the Apple App Store or the Google App Store and make sure that you download the banking app. If you have any problems, just make sure you go on the socials, look at find First National Bank Botswana. They will let you know who you can call to help you.
motho se ta ke ga mogela gape mo go tsa metshameko ke tlhalose jalo gore tara ga re bua be kena jalo le batshameki ba monoga ba ileng gore ba tshameka jalo ko ntle ga lehatshe leno mo mongwe a tshameka ka ga South Africa mongwe a tshameka ko Algeria ke santse ke batla go riana leina le la team ya ga gape ba re anyway ta ke tsa sebaka se ke di se ke amogela jalo motshameki wa Stapasa Kaizer Chiefs e bile the captain wa Stapasa the Zebras ke ba jalo ka thataone ditlhokwe titi dumela
dumela miske
o teng
ke teng
o iranka gore ke bone batho ba le busy ka kwa ba chama
yeah obviously nna ne ke le mo national team in the time when batho ba na le break ya bone so obviously gona le extended period e le gore tshwetse go iwa so that recovery e khona go measure
raiso ha no sina jalo le motshameki wa Stapasa ISO Shilef ha ke beda ke bibila gape le motshameki wa Stapasa the Zebras ke ba jalo ka gape mo butsi wa gape dumela kana ke rabi down how are you
No.
o sharp
No, I'm good. Can't complain.
No,
I'm good.
ga te ditso man team ya go sente
ISO
Shilef e bile ta ke simolle ka wena gore it's been 2 years sontso le ka ko stopeng sa gago 2 years sontso le ka ko go ntse botshelo bo tsamayang
It's been on a personal level. It's been great. I've had much joy, and it's the kind of league that is very enjoyable because it's always filled with spectators, and it will never be an empty stadium on the other side.
Wow!
So it's the kind of atmosphere that you would enjoy, and the kind of league that you would want to stay in. So it's been pretty well on a personal level. Especially that on my first season, I won the FA Cup that side, which is called the Coupe d'Algérie. Difficult name, I know.
I'm not gonna be
that. So it was really nice to win that cup on my very first season, playing outside the country, and also this season it didn't really go well for us as a team. But on a personal level, I was blessed with a bit of consistency from the past season. So. Pushing 8.
Out of how many teams?
16.
Okay, a top 8 boy.
Yeah, not like my fellow counterparts.
At least the top 8 boy, but Wana mo thaka it was a challenging season mo go wena o simolotse sente ko stopeng sa gago halele and then you got injured ka ga kologela mo national team ka ko Francistown and ke how dule for sebakanyana. How can you wrap up the just ended season?
I can say it was a learning curve for last season because I think Len Nahel as a player I was struggling because of the injury or maybe I've long sustained it got 2020, the beginning of 2020. So I've been playing with an injury. I've been playing unfit, like trying to manage because of many things, because football involves many things. But
since 2020?
Yeah, I got this injury in 2020. My first, I think second or third game against Cape Town. Yes, so the doctors, it was 50-50, either do a surgery or continue doing strengthening. But as time goes, it kept on reoccurring, so which ended up forcing me to make a surgery. So most of the time when I play, it means I must use a lot of mind than to use the body. Sometimes I will not go in a challenge because I know that something could happen. But by God's grace, I managed to play until last year. Then I just decided that if I want to go forward and I want to grow as a player, I think it's high time for me to make a surgery so that I can come back strong and 100% fit.
Yeah. Ha tsetsa gore ke bona ke dira surgery ya no nguletsa ya le ba bongaka club level. Mentally o le motshameki itse re kana me go ha ke foreignera ke tshwanetse go totela foreignera tshwanetse gore go team ya tshamekang kwa go yone e be ile gore o mo starting 11 wa compete. Psychologically o no ipankantse go le kae gore bona ta ke go na 3 months nyano on the sidelines ke taboa.
It was not an easy decision to make, but what I'm grateful for is that I have support system around me. People who I know that even when I'm injured, there's a way that they can manipulate the training methods and manipulate my body so that I maintain the same fitness and the same sharpness. So I just discussed the decision like Khalidi. It's a decision that he's been in the table or I need to make a surgery, but he's been advising or no, the time is not yet right until I got injured now in Francistown. Then he said, no, I think this is the time for you to make a surgery so that upcoming season you can be the TT I know. Yes. So then we decided, oh, let me take this decision and make a surgery.
A very brave decision, one must say. Thank you, Loko. When I was having Algeria, hela ko khakala. Na ko tse dingwa ko botshelo je teng bontsi jang hela ga nko tho hala mo lapeng le gone gore ha o tho hanetse mo lapeng o ira ka tseletse ya gore at the end of the day o focus and utise maduo mo timing ya gago.
I think the way I was raised and the way I was groomed, it kind of made things a lot more easier for me. Looking at the way the lifestyle is that side, the culture is that side, because you know there are very two opposite lifestyles that are being led in two different countries. So, and I knew that like before I left, I didn't even have to do a research. I know how Arabs live. I know how they want to do their things. I know that it's not open like our country or the southern part of the continent. So anything else, and then I just said, you know what, I'm telling you. So it was, I knew what to expect in terms of the lifestyle. I knew that it was going to get lonely, but I'm used to staying alone. That wasn't and I love staying alone. Not saying that I don't need company. No, that's what you always see. So I knew that I was going to spend a lot of alone. I was going to spend a lot of everything, and also the change of culture, the language. Yeah, and you know what? There is one thing that I thank God for. You know, the ability to capture things very quickly. That's one thing that I really thank God for.
Can you speak a bit of it?
I can speak a bit of their Arabic because it's their Arabic mixed with local languages. It's not the real Arabic. It's Arabic Berber in Algeria, also Morocco, a bit of it. And also they speak French. I've captured a bit of...
national team is talking of the national team, let's talk about the just ended World Cup qualifiers. Uganda, Somalia. No, we could have done better. The AFCON draw next year December Morocco, and surely Morocco next year BOTSWANA.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, obviously we need to qualify with everything. I think for the past 2 or 3 campaigns we were promising, but at the end we end up losing it at the end. So it was a learning curve also. We were gaining experience. You look at the crop of the group which is in the camp, which was in the camp last camp. You can see that is a crop of players that have been together almost 5 or 6 years. So I think it's high time for us to reward Botswana with qualifying for AFCON, for the patience and the support that they've been giving us for the past 5 years. So yes, there and there we lose it, but if you can look at this campaign on the World Cup qualifiers, it's not bad. First games we managed to get 3 points against Guinea, and then we lost against Mozambique. Even the Mozambique game we lost it because of our making, I can say, mistakes, because again the coach was new, so we are trying to adapt to his philosophy. But this one also we'll regret the point that we lost against Uganda, because our target was to get a point against Uganda, then get 3 points against Somalia, so that we're still on the race. But the group is still open. We are number 3. Only 2 teams have 9 points, so everything is possible.
Yeah, Uganda still has to come here. Somalia Guinea, Mozambique. So Wana gives also take and I get no captain and Naruto, one of the key players.
No, I think we share the same sentiments. I think it's been long overdue for a qualification of a major tournament. And international football is not easy. It's not easy. The levels and the stakes are always high. It doesn't matter the opponent. It's just that we have to come to that understanding as a nation, as footballers, as to the kind of demands that have to be met. So I think the players that are there now, the players that are called to the camp, there's a bit of an integration into the system. There's a bit of, that thing that makes us gel and understand what is really at stake. That's what the coach always does at the beginning of every camp, to integrate every new player, make them understand that these are the demands. And of course, some of the things you can't buy experience. You have to go through the fire. So I think it has already been showing during the World Cup qualifiers in this kind of group, because it's one of the tough groups. Not really saying it's the toughest, but when you look at the teams, the combination of the teams that are in there, it's tough, but we've managed to get 2 wins out of 4 games, 50%. So it's quite open. It's quite open.
Very open.
Yeah.
No,
it's quite open because of the way, Yes. No, I understand.
Yeah,
I understand.
But the new season 2024-2025 season, what do you want to achieve? The impact you
Yeah, I think, honestly speaking, I think it's overdue also for me. Like, I've been in South Africa for 5 years. I didn't win any cup. I didn't go to final any cup. So I think it's high time also for me to achieve something, to get a silverware. Because yes, you can be consistent, but at the end of the day, we'll ask you, what have you won? So this is another season, another chance, so that we can show up. I think, because they say last season we didn't show up, but I think this season it will be an exciting season.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, so you have to show up. So what is season that you sing when you're hela guys, sing when you're now when I read so well a link go samikante lohore o tsana lohore season en chayole gape o bata go hitelang.
The program is not yet out because we've just finished the season.
Holiday.
Hey, Skybar holiday.
Yeah, it's a holiday place. I know, it's not a holiday place.
Yeah. So the final for the FA Cup is yet to be played because the Cup, your president, I would say. So he has to be there.
President of the country?
Yeah, he has to be there.
Wow.
Yeah, like last year when we won it, he was there.
So you won it in front of...
Yeah, he handed me the medal.
He handed you the medal? That's huge. No, you could
No, it was a great experience. A souvenir of a lifetime. So, yeah, so we are waiting for that. So that's one of the reasons why the program is not yet out, because it has to be played, and we... Now about the yeah, so after that, then I will know what, when is the pre-season, when is the next campaign going to start, and everything. So that's the bit of the delay. But going back to your question, I'm just hoping like this season we'll go back to what we were the past season.
Yeah.
Because it was something quite marvelous. It was a story of causing many upsets. Because, it is a bit of like us in the national team, whereby a lot of countries do not really expect us to give them a tough time. Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's how we are also at the team, like at our club.
Right.
Yeah, we are not like the...
Yeah, it's off season. Le mo Botswana lona le setse di team ka bontsi setse di simolotse go reporta for pre-season and everything. Lona quickly rata have 2 minutes. Ha le mo pre-season le mo gae. La trainer kana le nna hela be le re no remela pre-season.
We are under tight civilian, Khalid,
Yeah.
yes. So obviously we can't just stay. Maybe He'll
have
give
to do
us
something.
off, yeah, like maybe 5 days relaxing, seeing our families.
So,
But
yeah.
from there, Simolola. So I think from here, Jakarta or Rechana, it's a program.
from here la training ha re kgaogana mahoko a go a bohelwa a yang ko ngwaneng helo o ikgoletseng ko phalape ya ka gape o ikgoletse ko phalape a bata go tsena mo go tsa metshameko ka morao reng.
And a bit of a shout out to my mom. I know she's watching.
Hi, mommy.
Yeah, no, you know, for those who are from Palapa, I think they're a bit privileged. No, yeah, I'm just saying.
Okay.
For those who are from Palapa, I think they're a bit privileged because I'm from Palapa, and you know, Palapa and you know, they have. It's our word. So, but all in all, the most important thing is discipline. The most important thing is to, you know, take what you do serious. Not only in football. Football is only part of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make like your entire life wholly. It's not only, it might depend on football, but it's only something that will take you to a certain age. So you have to start taking everything that you do serious. Your family, keep your family close. I know I don't want to dwell into BOTSWANA and everything, but family is very important. Let's give that one out.
Family is family.
Yeah, family is family. You never, you know.
Blood is thicker than water.
Yeah, blood is thicker than water. So they should just take their career serious, stay focused, respect their parents, their teachers at school when they're still students. That's you know, they'll go a long way. Being humble, it rewards. I don't want to lie to you.
Right.
When
baba ko gulubane ko snanda wa ko holesinteng har khagara khabara ori titi.
No, I always say, like in life, everything starts with God. Yes, He's the beginning of everything. So yes, hard work can be there, discipline can be there, but the most important thing in life is to fear God and pray to Him because He's the creator of everything. Then the rest will follow.
Right.
Yes, fear Him first and then be disciplined, work hard, then everything shall unfold as time goes.
Right. My brothers, thank you so much for your time. Good luck mo seasoning yeta bongi simolola ye ka itse gore bo ga go ta bo boela tirong go and conquer lo ena hela ya logo and conquer. Thank you so much and we will talk.
Thank you so much.
for having us.
Ke ne ke na jala le ba tshamiki ba stop pasa the Zebras ki ba jalo ka thata one ditlhoko. Who is the captain of the side? E bila tshameka ka go Kaizer Chiefs ga mo go jalo la gape mohutsi wa tshameka go mo stop pasa the Zebras ga mo go jalo le stop pasa. I saw she left. I said it right this time around, right? Yeah, at least. Nna re bua jalo ka botshelo ja bone hela gore season e hitileng e hedile ka tselentseng season e tanye ke ntseleng gore ba di ipetse pele gore ba di hitelle a nna le wena mo tsatsing la bobedi re kgaogane ka tselentseng jalo re kopana gape mo tsatsing la ka moso ke bua karabo Miss Kebusena until tomorrow. Jaka re ka la bobedi e be re itebagantse le tsone tsa dikgwebo baji bareki ga mmogo le gone gore go iragalang le hatsela rona ga re tla mo go tsa madi le tsa dikompone yaanong re itebagantse le so se leng gore kgapetsa ka thulana le batho ba ileng gore ha ntsore nyana ra go theogela ra simolla ka 8 ra batla go tirong eno tla ba go leba a re ke na le gigi ko mahalape gora gore ke a emella ke tla ke bua ka la bobedi. What is a gig and how do they contribute to the economy? We are talking all things the gig economy and I'm sitting with a human resource consultant Ubido hela go Moffat ko tlhoboge o tlo go ruta gore hey good morning, Moffat. How are you doing?
Morning, Obi. I'm good.
I am well. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm very excited to have this conversation for the specific reason that as a television presenter, radio personality, gigging is a big part of what I do. And I want to understand where's the industry going and what can I learn from someone like you. Let's start here. O kopana le go le lanta gompeno gore ha re re gig re raeng o bona jang gore tiro ke gig kana ga se gig.
Well, I'll try and lay it out in a simple way. I'm also a DJ.
Right.
So I'm going to give the most common example of a gig.
Right.
So normally DJs, when they say I'm going for a gig, they're referring to that one-time event that they're going to play at.
Right.
And they usually play at several events, sometimes
to threaten them. And so I think it's an important thing to understand that the nuances. And in any case, I don't think America or any other country has the resources to give everybody the capabilities to then go and use. And then, of course, one of the other aspects is, are you going to use it responsibly? That's a very, very key part of defense capability being provided for yourselves. It must secure peace. It mustn't be then the instigator of instability.
More than just lofty aspirations. It demands concrete action and a commitment to good governance and exemplary leadership. Excellencies, allow me to quote a statement from the Extraordinary Summit on Terrorism and Unconstitutional Change of Government in Africa,